Hey guys, welcome back to another video. My name is Pauline. I'm a polymer clay artist and also an illustrator. I have my shop on Etsy, and today we are going to AWA. Well, I already went. You guys are about to watch the AWA vlog, so stay tuned. At the end, I'm going to talk about the expenses going to Atlanta. Oh my gosh, it was expensive. And then I'm going to talk about other details. I have notes down here, so I'm looking down. We're going to be talking about like I said, expenses, overall review of the con. Would I go to the con again? Oh my goodness. And certain things that I'm going to change, about going to another con. Certain things I'm going to change about my business, or things on my table moving forward, and also other cons that I have for 2025. Oh, sorry, I'm shaking the table. Other cons that I have for 2025. So stay tuned. So actually, we sold these yesterday. There's only one of it, so I made two, and currently there's one. So this sold yesterday. That's the only clay stuff that sold yesterday. And let me see. This one, actually, a lot of people liked it, but no one has bought it yet, so yeah. And these are the new clay stuff. I think these ones, these two, and APA is the old one. Currently APA is the only one left. There were 6 of them, and the rest have sold. This is the last one. And then these, the ones on the bottom are old. I'm still waiting for them to sell. Hang on, actually this is the first time I'm actually putting them out. I never put them out since I made them. And then these 2 are also new. Let me put it out. So yeah, as you can see, I kind of increased my prices a little bit, so because I felt like I wasn't actually getting the worth of what I made. So this is all the clay stuff. And we're currently in a stamp rally, 2 stamp rally, Studio Ghibli and Jujutsu Kaisen. So Jujutsu Kaisen, and then that's the Studio Ghibli one. So far, I think I stamped two people's cards yesterday. For this, so far we haven't gotten anyone to. I gave someone a card yesterday without actually stamping it. It was so stupid, but beginners, I'm gonna make a couple of mistakes, but hopefully today's gonna be better, for us to get more traction for the Studio Ghibli one. Hopefully this one is currently doing okay. Two stamps so far, so let's see how it goes today. And that's pretty much it. As far as prints, I think I did 4 new prints. So that is a new print for the Studio Ghibli. For the Studio Ghibli stamp rally. And where did it go? Oh, the Gojo, I didn't make a print of. Well, I made a small 5x7, but I didn't display it. But yeah, so it's just that one. And then I made this one as well, and this is new. And I guess it's in the back. I'll show you guys when I get to the back of the table. But yeah, this is the 5x7 setup, and then the big prints. And then I'll show you guys the cards when I get back there. Oh, I made some mystery boxes, so with my old keychains that I'm kind of trying to get rid of. So that's kind of what's in here, and having them for $25. And I also have a couple gifts that I want to give some YouTubers that I follow, that I know they're going to be here. So Julian Doodles is here, I believe, and also Made by April. I haven't had the courage to go to their table, even though it was dead as hell yesterday. But anyway, hopefully today's another day. But anyway, this is it. I'm gonna go in the back and show you guys how it is. We have I kind of separated everything with the big bubble wrap for the dishes are all kind of separated, so in case someone buys a big dish, I know which bubble wrap is allocated to that. So this is all the big bubble wraps. And then here is kind of miscellaneous. I have to organize this a little bit.
it's kind of all the, if someone orders a keychain from the front, and I kind of give them one from back here, and it has a couple more mystery box and pens and markers if we need any, tapes. And here we have more of the bags and a couple more miscellaneous. I have all my extra business cards back there, scissors, and then here we have all the smaller bubble wraps and extra bags as well too. So my bags, I have like big bags, I have like the medium bags, and I have smaller bags as well. Oh yeah, the stamp rally, hang on. Okay, so this is the stamp rally. This is the front that you guys saw up front. I'm going to take this out, hang on. I'm filming on my phone, I'm working with one hand, so give me a minute. This is the front of the Studio Ghibli one, and these are the artists that's going to be participating in them. And these are all our prizes. Like the prizes are on there as well too. This is like not focusing for some reason. Anyway, so these are the stamp rally. That's the front, and it's kind of like a map. We made a mistake, and one of the artists, I believe, her table is it's circled in the wrong position. So anyway, but yeah, that's kind of what it is. It's just a simple map. We're all beginners, so we kind of made a bunch of mistakes. And then this is the JJK one, and that's the map. Kind of gives you a little bit of direction, shows you how to find the artist. And up here we have all our prizes. So this is the prize. This is my prize. I don't know if you can see it. It's kind of like blurry, but it's a print. It's a 5x7 print. Yeah, it's terrible. It's terrible because you can't really see what I'm showing you. But anyway, it's a print. It's right there. But yeah, hopefully today's gonna be a better day. So I don't know if you can hear me because you like lost the music in the back. But yeah, I'll give you guys more detail later in the video, or at the end of the video, how this weekend went. Hang on. Like about the hotel fee. Oh my gosh, that was a whole mess. But yeah, so basically tomorrow I'm going to give you guys a better detail about how this whole process, especially the fact that we are coming from Jersey to Atlanta. It's been a journey. I'll keep it at that. But anyway, yeah. So I'll show you guys what I made for Julian Doodles. I made something for her. I'm going to package the gifts now, and yeah, and I'll go give it to her before the event starts. But anyway, I'll come back and show you guys in a couple minutes. Okay, so this is what I made for Julian. Yeah, it's her little guy. They're so cute, so I figured I'll make something for her like this. So this is it. I'm going to go ahead and package it up in one of these boxes, and I'll go over and find her table. I think her table is all the way down there, like it's all like the end of the hall. So I'll try to go find her before we open. I have like 30 minutes to do this, and I also have a bunch of I have certain things I want to give to other people as well too. So for hers, I want to give it to her earlier. Yeah, I literally have anxiety, guys. I don't know what it is. Just talking to people in general. I'm trying to get out of my bubble and actually go and talk to people. Let me do this while I talk. But yeah, anyway, so I want to have the courage, not just to talk to people, because I want to like make connection, because that's the point of me going to these cons, to talk to other artists and make connection. And also, hang on. Like apart from like selling my stuff, of course I want to talk to other artists, make connections, make friends. That's one thing too. Artist friends, that would be pretty cool. And also get out of my shell a little bit. So I think I'm going to try to challenge myself. I feel like I'll have a better, I'm gonna work this better at the end of the video. But pretty much, you know, I mean, apart from, like I said, apart from selling, the main goal is to be in connection with other artists, make friends, and, you know, have people to talk to when you actually go to these types of events, instead of being in my own little bubble by my table and being bored. Because yesterday was terrible. I mean, aside from that, I had my fiance to talk to, but it was slow. One thing, it was very slow. I mean, it was their first year being a 4-day con, and this is a whole new venue for them as well too. But there were so many other factors. Like I said, we'll discuss this later in the video. But anyway, yeah, it's been a journey, and so far, I mean, I did make table. I did, if you want to put it like that, I made table back. I made the extra badge because we had to pay $100 for one, like a helper's badge. So I made $100 back for that. But our hotel is terrible. Our hotel is expensive as hell because we got a hotel that's connected to the convention center. So yeah, it has been crazy. And almost I mean, they said the $500 because initially it was supposed to be $1,400 and some change. But you know, when we went to pay, the guy didn't even say anything. I had to go back to like ask why it was like so expensive, and they were telling me, oh yeah, it's because of room service fee or whatever. I'm like, oh my gosh, really? So they charge them $500 to my account. At the end of my stay, if I didn't use any room service or whatever, then they will give it back to me. So I've had moments where I've been to hotels and they claim that they will give you back like a certain amount. They never do. So I'm kind of like iffy about that. But anyway, let me quickly wrap this up so I can go get this to her before the convention starts. And my fiance had to do do a work call at 10:30. Today's hour is 10 to 6. So yesterday was long. Yesterday was 12 to 8. Today is 10 to 6. So yeah, I'll try to give you guys an hourly check-in and tell you how it's going today. I'm going to try, please. Yeah. Anyway, I might switch to my DJI. Hello. I was just telling them like I was gonna give it to you. So yeah.
It's so cute.
Thank you.
I'm in love. Oh my god, put it in the front.
How you doing today? Hope you enjoy it. You're welcome. To the hotel now.
This con, oh my goodness, it was a roller coaster of emotions. So yeah, I just didn't want, like, I didn't film that much, as you guys can tell. I didn't film that much. Like, honestly, for Thursday, I think it was a combination. I forgot, and also when I remembered, I just didn't want to stop filming. I think it was towards like the ending of the day that I was like, oh my gosh, I didn't film anything. And we got there Thursday. We got there early. We got there Thursday at 4 p.m. and we're able to set up, and I legit forgot to, like, I'm like, this is the first time we are early. Usually we're like a day of the event and we get to set up, and we're kind of rushing so we can get everything prepped and ready for the event to start. So we actually got there early, and I completely forgot to film the setup, but it's fine. And then Thursday, you know, we got there and I completely forgot. And then when I remembered towards the ending of the day, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm not vibing. Like, the vibe weren't there. I just didn't feel like being in front of the camera. I'll keep it that way. And yeah, honestly, you know, hindsight being 2020, Thursday was my best day. Thursday was my best day. And Thursday, honestly, I feel like it shouldn't have been that long. It was long. Thursday was like from 12 to, if I can remember, it's been a long time, y'all. It's been a long time. It's getting to be like 3 weeks to 4 weeks now. I know. I felt I didn't want to do this right away because it was too fresh, and it was like the holidays were coming. I'm like, we're gonna do this. We'll do this video. I knew I was gonna do this video way after Christmas, but I didn't know it was gonna be this late. So I was like, I'm gonna do this video later, and plus I had like 2 other videos that I want to put before it, which already came out already. You guys can go watch those. But yeah, I knew this video wasn't gonna come out right away because I felt like it was too fresh, and I just didn't want to relieve it, like, because I'm the one editing the video. I'm like, I just don't want to rewatch and see my emotions for whatever clips I have. So I didn't edit this video right away. But anyway, that being that, yeah, like I said, Thursday was my best day. I didn't know it at that point that it was gonna be my best day, but Thursday was my best day. And I think it was kind of like Saturday was my worst day. I know, can you believe it? Saturday was my worst day. I think Sunday was after. Sunday, it was Thursday, Sunday, Friday, and then Saturday. I don't know. It was just weird. It was a weird mix up because usually you would think Saturday is usually the best day. There were people. Okay, don't get me wrong. There were people. Saturday, there were people. There were a little bit more people than the other days. Okay, but the problem is, I felt like people weren't buying. That was the thing. People weren't buying. It was like, okay, this was it. Come to the table. No shade though, no shade. Like, people come to the table. Oh my gosh, your stuff is so cute. Oh, it's so cute. It's so cute. It's so cute. And then you have the ones that like with their friends and like, oh my gosh, you're so cute. Like, I could totally see myself like buying this, and they legit walk away right away. I'm sorry. It's not funny. It's not funny, but sorry. Okay, this was so real. Like, why am I legit about to? Alright, for real, it's like, this was what legit happened. This was an instant. Let me stop. But like, legit, it was one of those moments where they legit come. Like, people come and like, I appreciate it. Don't get me wrong, I appreciate it. Like, I always enjoy people. Like, does it look like I'm tearing up? Because like, when I laugh so hard, I tear up. So don't think I'm crying. It's just, I'm like over here cracking myself up. Like, seriously, I appreciate when people like appreciate my work. I love, you know, as an artist and as a maker, you like it when people appreciate your work. I do. But it's just like, when you get to the point where it's like, that's all you got, that's all you get the whole day. And like, you know, the first couple people, I'm like, oh my gosh, thank you. Like, I really did appreciate it, you know. But it's just that constantly getting that, it's kind of like, okay, I guess, like, it got me thinking. I'm like, is my, like, I think honestly, this is something else I'm gonna talk about later on, regarding to my prices as well too. And I think I spoke about it with my fiance to see what we can do. But like, it got to the point where I'm like, oh my gosh, I mean, my work is good, but like, what am I doing wrong? I'm like, am I doing something else wrong? Like, is it the price? Like, what is it? But anyway, I just got a lot of those, you know. I got a lot of those in like different variations, and it just got me thinking a lot. But yeah, overall, what I'm trying to say is like, there were people. Saturday mostly. Thursday there wasn't a lot. Okay, Thursday there wasn't a lot. I'm just grateful. Thursday, the only reason Thursday was my best day was in the video. I think in the beginning I showed you guys the capybara dish that somebody bought. yeah, that was like 4 something. That was what carried me on Thursday. That was what carried me on Thursday. So I am very grateful for the people that actually bought for me. Like, I am very appreciative. So I'm not like trying to knock that on anything, but I really appreciate the people that bought from me and people that actually appreciate my work. I am very, very grateful for that. Capybara dish being sold was what carried me on Thursday, and legit carried me for the whole weekend, because I didn't make that much. I'm just gonna say it flat right here. I legit did not make that much this weekend. We were in the red. We were in the red. It was very sad. I mean, my expenses were really high to begin with, and my delusional mind initially, before the con, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm seeing the expenses. I'm like, okay, hotel, flights, like, we left our car, because we took everything, our luggage and everything. We left our car parked at the airport, so that's also an expense. And we were in Atlanta for like 6 days. That's a whole week. We're in Atlanta for 6 days. So it was about 3 something to leave the car there parked at the airport parking lot. So I was like 3 something. So that's already an expense to add to the other expenses. And I will go into a little bit more detail with the numbers and everything later on, but like, seriously, just before the event. So, but in my mind, I'm like, okay, Atlanta has always been known to be good, and you know, me being new, I never thought about like how a new venue and Artist Alley being open for 4 days, and maybe I didn't even notice that they didn't even promote that artist, because usually the events, like Anime Week in Atlanta, is usually a 4-day event. I think in the video I mentioned that is their first day being 4 day. No, they have always been a 4-day event, but this year, 2024, well, it's 2025 now, but 2024, the Artist Alley and the vendor hall, the first day, usually they open the 3rd day, right? Because like Friday is usually the first day of sales, but 2024 they decided to make Thursday the first day of sale for them. And I feel like, they never, I went through their social media and I never really see them promoting or telling like the attendees that, oh, Artist Alley is going to be open on Thursday or whatnot, so go check out your faves or whatever. I don't know, but I didn't see anything about that. So that was something I didn't think about until after the event, because I didn't know, like, oh, this is something you have to look into, like, oh, if this show has been running for a long time, but if they're changing venues, this might impact numbers and all these stuff. So I'm like, okay, this con it was a learning experience in so many regards. But yeah, I didn't think about all that stuff. So I feel like if I would have thought about it, maybe I would have like think twice about it. But yeah, that was one thing that affected Thursday. Like, majority of the attendees didn't know that Thursday was like Artist Alley was happening on Thursday. It was open. And another thing too is like the entrance door to let the attendees in, there was only one door open. So it's like there's a line, but like the first hour or so that the Artist Alley opened, it wasn't a lot of people in, because they were barely letting anybody in, because they had to check everybody's badge, which is fine, but it's like only one door. So you can just imagine, it was all like the attendees were all slowly trickling into the Artist Alley hall, because they're not letting them all in at once, because they have to check the badge, which is, it's understandable. It's just that it was barely, like, when they first opened, it's just barely anybody there. But anyway, yeah, Thursday was very slow, but it was also my selling day. It was also my best selling day, because the capybara dish sold. And yeah, and then the other days, like, my lowest selling day was Saturday. But yeah, it was crazy. But yeah, I legit did not want to film majority of the days, because like I felt like my vibe was off, and I don't want to put that into the vlog. I mean, I know sometimes it's best to see like you know, like people being real with you, and I figured I can just be real with y'all in the ending clip instead of me being emotional in the video or something. Not like crying or anything, but it's just like I just don't want to put that bad vibe whatnot in the vlog, so I just decided not to film. And plus I didn't want to like pick up the camera too and just film when I'm not feeling it, because I legit was not feeling to film. I was not feeling it, so I'm like, I'd rather not put that in the vlog. So yeah, so honestly that was the vibe, and I'm sure some of you guys have already seen some of the AWA Artist Alley video for 2024, and you guys know the vibe. I feel like I've seen a couple people that did well, and people that like in between that like made it, at least made their expenses back, and that was it, and not a lot of profit. And then people like me that are in the red. Yeah, it's a mixed bag, and I'm like happy for the people that actually did well. But honestly, I'm not seeing it as a bad thing, because I'm seeing it as like this was our first year doing events. Well, we started late, so I can't really say it's a whole full year. It's not really a full year, but we started late with like doing Artist Alley. But I feel like I'm still learning, and there's so much more that I learned from this con, like interacting with other artists, like beside like the, you know, me trying to see the bright side about this event. I can say like, okay, me interacting with other artists is a good thing. You guys saw some of the clips where I went to talk to other artists and I gave some of them gift. I feel like that was like a breaking ice just to go talk to them. just go talk to them, just give, you know, like you give someone something and then you just break the ice and you start to talk to them. Anyway, but yeah, I felt like, you know, there was some good things that came out of this. And also moving forward, you know, there are certain changes I want to make for like the clay pieces. And oh my gosh, I forgot to bring this up. I don't know why I didn't make a clip of it when it actually happened. Some of the dishes actually broke because of, you know, I mean, it's the first time we actually took them on the plane, so of course they moved the luggages around, and it's rough. And I mean, I tried my best to package it as much as I can, you know, package it with the bubble wrap, but I mean, this, like, how much can you actually wrap them properly because of like the roughness of the luggage and all that stuff. So, you know, I think like 3 of the dishes broke. Like the I will insert a clip. I'll insert a clip here somewhere so you guys can see. I'm gonna film it later because I didn't film it during the con, but I still have the dishes. I haven't fixed them up yet, so I can insert a clip of like the broken pieces so you guys can see what I'm talking about. But yeah, some of the dishes broke. It's like 3 of the dishes broke. 2 or 3 of the dishes broke, so I'll just insert a clip of it. But yeah, that's one thing that we'll learn to like try to figure out how to properly package the clay in case, because I want to do more travel cons, but there's barely anything in Jersey and New York, okay, so I'm gonna have to do more travel cons. So if I'm doing more of that, I need to find better ways to package my clay pieces so they don't break. Yeah, so that's something that we're currently working on. But that was one thing, the interaction with the artists is another thing. Like I said in the video, I kind of want to interact more with other artists, make connections, make friends and all that stuff. So that's something I'm looking forward to, moving forward, doing more Artist Alley events and stuff. I'm looking down here because I have a little bit of notes that I wrote down, like my talking points, because I don't want to ramble too much. I feel like I did it a little bit, but at least it's better than, Would I see myself going to this con again? Honestly, yes, but there's a but. If I see changes, I don't know about 2025 or 2026 most likely, but if I see changes before the applications roll around for 2025, most likely I will apply again because I want to give them a chance. I understand it's growing pains, they are growing into this new venue and stuff, but honestly, as a couple artists left critiques, and I hope they listen, they take the critiques and listen to us, and if they apply those changes, honestly, I think it will be okay. I feel like I'm pretty sure that people brought this up already. The room was too big. I feel like the room was too big for us artists, and there was too many artists. There was way too many artists. Last year it was like 100 and something. This year is like 400 and something. So I don't think it needs to be that big. Like that, I feel like because of there was less artists last year, that's where a lot of people were able to do well compared to this year where it's like 400 and something. Oh my gosh, that's like. And also I was one of the people, another thing that they need to do is like, because my table was situated where like behind me and like the rest of the artists around me, there was like a stage. So that was another thing why I didn't want to film as well too, because like the music, oh my gosh, they were playing like 90s to 200 music, which I like. I love the music. It's just like certain times it's too loud, and the bass, oh my gosh, like boom boom, it was too loud. It was too loud at a certain point, like when you're directly behind, like the music is like blasting in your ear. So yeah, that was like one thing that was one of the reasons why I also don't want to film, because like, and also it's not just like filming, also interacting with the attendees too. It was hard because I legit had to like put my ear like this. I can't hear you. What do you say? Oh my gosh, it was hard to communicate, and I really thrive when like I enjoy talking to attendees, especially like fandoms. I think I mentioned this in my previous Artist Alley video with Derby. Like I enjoy like the interactions I get with like the attendees and talking to them, not just like regarding to like buying anything, just like fandoms and just talking to them in general. It was hard because the music was blasting, and I'm like, what the heck? I can't, like, I enjoy the music because it got me entertained when I'm bored, but like when it comes to like talking to people, I can't talk to people because they're loud. So I feel like honestly they should just get rid of the stage, just find a different room for it next year. Like I feel like the stage doesn't need to be with the Artist Alley. It's better if the room is quiet so we can like interact with like the attendees and stuff. There's a lot of us that like to talk to attendees, and not just like for sales reason, just like talk to them like about fandoms and like about like freaking nerdy stuff, you know. But yeah, that's one thing, because I'm legit directly behind the stage. I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I forgot that part. But yeah, honestly, let me keep this video simple. Would I see myself going back? Like I mentioned earlier, definitely I will see myself going back, but I don't know about 2025. And then what else do I have on here? Yeah, changes that I want to make. So changes that I noticed, I feel like most of my art, I mean honestly, me being the creator, and I feel like the prices are valid, but also like I feel like the prices that I have for my trees, some of them might be too expensive. Okay, I understand that, but I'm just thinking about, you know, like the aspect of like the amount of work I put into it. But I think this taught me that I need to like, because I did increase some of the prices a bit, because I noticed that like they were too, like most of my dishes are big, like they're huge. I have the capybara for an instant. Oh yeah, this is one of the capybara. Like the tissue is the pieces that's broken. I still have to fix it. So it broke right there, like on the plane. So that broke. I still have to fix it. But yeah, like the capybara dish is huge. So I feel like 400, and the amount of time and effort that goes into this, I feel like it's valid for me to price it what it is. And I feel like I've gotten situations where people are like, oh my gosh, this is not, you know, like it's not priced according to what it is. But I feel like the price I have is good enough. But I think honestly I need to rethink my prices, and I'm thinking I'm probably gonna bring them down a little bit, and we are in the process of doing that. Yeah, I think I'm gonna break them down for at least for the in person. On Etsy they might be a bit higher because Etsy fees, I can't. Etsy's fees are why can't I say Etsy? Etsy's fees are a bit high. They're ridiculously high. But I have to stick with Etsy as of right now, because I can't, you know, my online sales are not there where I'm like ready to
move to a different platform, but that's beside the point. That's one thing that I'm thinking about moving forward. Thinking about having smaller pieces, like clay pieces, so it's more, you know, having varieties of my clay pieces, and maybe making less of trinket dishes because people like them, but I feel like they're too, like, there's a lot of them on my table. There's too many trinket dishes on my table, and most of them are like higher price. So if I have like more keychains and figurines, things that are affordable for people to buy, to have variations in prices, especially when it comes to the clay stuff. So that will be very helpful for me, and also for the attendees that are like interested in buying something, but I'm like, oh my gosh, it's too expensive. But then I have like smaller, you know, cheaper items for them to get. That'll be nice. So that's something I'm thinking about. And then I'm thinking about branching out the illustration part to like stickers, and like acrylic keychains and stuff like that. So I mean, like from stickers I can legit convert the stickers to acrylic keychains. So that's like some of the stuff that I'm thinking about, you know. That was part of like my New Year's resolution. I haven't quite started that yet, but anyways, yeah, that's kind of like things that I was thinking about right after this event. And I'm like thinking about like, one of the reasons why I felt like I didn't do too hot was majority of my stuff were on the higher price, and most of the stuff on the table were dishes. People did appreciate it, like I told you guys in the video, like the what's his name, the calcifer dish. People really liked it, but nobody was buying it. So yeah, I'm like reevaluating my prices, pretty much is what I'm trying to say. But beside that, my next con, yeah, for 2025, I applied to a lot. I'm not gonna lie to you, I applied to a lot, and I got accepted to one or two, and then I have a couple that's just like rebooking. But for the next, that's something that's coming up soon, is for Level Up Expo. I'm gonna be at Level Up Expo. My alarm. Yeah, I'm gonna be at Level Up Expo in April, but I also am waiting up, because that's in April. I think March I have a couple stuff that I'm waiting up to, I'm waiting to hear back from, a couple cons that I'm waiting to hear back from. So, you know, maybe I'll have a couple cons before Level Up, but until then, Level Up is what I have, you know, that's coming up very recent, until I hear back from anyone. But yeah, thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope I didn't ramble too much. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next one. Okay.